Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the First Click Show here on First Clicks. So as you all know, we have a gaming channel now where we are releasing loads of game footage on games that we are playing on the M1 Max, like the iMac, like the MacBook Pro, like the Mac Mini. We're comparing them to see how they're running through Rosetta, or if they're running natively, how they're running with 8GB of RAM versus 16GB of RAM. So definitely tune into that channel if you want to. Volkering gaming. We are testing a load of games like Overwatch, World of Warcraft, The Elder Scrolls Online, Grand Theft Auto 5. It is all coming, so definitely tune in. And for now, let's just get straight into the Apple news. The first story for today is coming in from Mac Rumors, and they're actually talking about an EU official, and that is where I'm coming from, the EU, telling Apple that they shouldn't hide behind privacy as a shield against their competition? Wait. What? In ongoing antitrust discussions about App Store competition, Apple has maintained that allowing users to install apps outside of the App Store would have dire privacy consequences. But European Union Digital Competition Chief Margaret Verstager, I guess, said today that Apple must not use privacy excuses to limit competition. Okay, let me just remind you that I actually live in the EU, right? And these people are the ones that actually introduced this little gimmick that they call GDPR. GDPR is supposed to save us all, yet they don't educate anyone on what it actually means, and they also do not have any tools to verify that it's actually working. And EU is actually the one hiding behind that shield, like, well, we introduced GDPR. We are not going to educate anyone, like actually in schools or whatever. No, of course not. All we are going to do is introduce, like, stuff that no one can actually verify is working. In an interview with Reuters, Verstager said that privacy and security are of, quote, paramount importance, end quote. But she does not believe that customers would be sacrificing security when sideloading an app. How many technology companies did you run, right, in the past? Huh? How many apps did you develop? How many companies have you managed that actually have apps that have to be sideloaded? How many cases did you handle directly from all these children that were actually scammed out of money because they believed that their Fortnite app was finally there to play? How many? Tell me. Verstager. Tell me. Hey? Huh? 0? No. The important thing here is, of course, that it's not a shield against competition, because I think customers will not give up neither security nor privacy if they use another app store or if they sideload. So how are you supposed to do app tracking transparency if the apps do not even follow any guidelines or follow any TOS, right? At all on the phone? How are you gonna do that? You explain that to me. Listen, we don't even have any other alternatives in terms of operating systems for the mobile phone that actually allow us to not have backdoors like these in the operating system. You can choose from Linux, Ubuntu, Debian Mobile, Android. Every single version of Linux actually has sideloading. Why do you need this one last option, right? This one last option to actually be removed from our choice? But like, what is your problem? Like, did you work for Kim Jong-un? Like, did you work for Kim Jong-un himself? Okay. Like, what is going on? What is on? Can we have any choice anymore? Any choice. Any freaking choice. Why? Sorry about that. I just got a little bit passionate there, and I mean, wasn't entirely necessary. Anyways, Windows 11 is coming to Mac. Yeah, true parallels. We got a report in from Apple Insider. Virtualization specialist Parallels on Thursday confirmed plans to bring the recently released Windows 11 to Mac, though it's unclear when compatibility with the new Microsoft operating system will land. Since Windows 11 has just been announced recently, the Parallels engineering team is waiting for official Windows 11 Insider Preview build to start studying changes introduced in the new OS to deliver full compatibility in future parallel desktop updates. I mean, it sounds definitely interesting, and if it is going to be beneficial for ARM devices, then I definitely can't wait to see Windows 11 on Parallels. And then we got a report coming in from 9to5Mac on Qualcomm. Qualcomm can beat Apple's M1 chip, says CEO, thanks to ex-Apple engineers. I mean, it always works great, right, to steal someone else's secret. I mean, to hire people on the free market. I didn't accuse, lawyers? What, where? No, listen, guys, we can talk about this, right? You do, no, that's not what I meant. No. You guys thought that I meant that? That's all a joke. It's just, listen, what I meant was, Qualcomm can beat Apple's M1 chip, says company's CEO, for one good reason. It has a team of chip architects who formerly worked on Apple Silicon. This includes former A-series chip lead Gerard Williams. I want to apologize to Qualcomm for a joke I made that was completely out of context, and I shouldn't have I shouldn't have made that joke. That right? That's all right. It's just a few friends of the show right behind on the couch, right? And I mean, they're dressed nice. Longtime processor suppliers Intel Corp and Advanced Micro Devices have no chips as energy efficient as Apple's. Qualcomm chief executive Cristiano Amon, great guy by the way, he looks amazing. I'm just saying, like, hey, you guys don't think so? Huh? The guys at the back think so, right? They think so. Told Reuters on Thursday he believes his company can have the best chip on the market, with help from a team of chip architects who formerly worked on Apple's chip, but now work at Qualcomm. I mean, that's obviously just a coincidence, right? I mean, you have to understand it's a free market. It's a free market, right? I actually have a little special column right here, right from our friends from the couch, and that is saying Qualcomm has the right to... And then we have iMore coming in with a report on the 2022 iPad lineup. 2022 iPads will be the first Apple products with huge 3nm processor upgrade, says Nikkei. Apple and Intel have emerged as the first adopters of TSMC's next generation chip production technology ahead of its deployment as early as next year, Nikkei Asahi has learned. The report says that both are testing chips with 3nm production technology, with chips expected to hit the market next year. The 3nm measurement refers to the gaps between transistors on a chip. The smaller the gap, the better the chip. Currently, the iPad Air and Apple's iPhone 12 both use 5nm technology. Adopting 3nm chips would mean a huge boost in performance and power consumption. Obviously, in this context, a boost in power consumption obviously means more efficiency in terms of power consumptions. According to TSMC, 3nm technology can increase computing performance by 10 to 15% compared to 5nm technology, while reducing power consumption by 25 to 30%. I mean, that is absolutely massive. And I can't wait to see the M2 chip actually using this technology as well. It's going to be groundbreaking. Absolutely amazing. We are not done yet because front page text also coming in with iPad news. Apple releasing 10.86-inch OLED iPad Air next year and OLED iPad Pro in 2023. Now, this report is coming in from Karina. According to DLEC, a Korean electronics industry media company, Apple is preparing iPad models with organic LED displays, aka OLED, for as soon as next year. Reliable analyst Min-Chi Kuo was the first to say this back in March. The Korean media company claims that Apple will be launching an OLED iPad with a 10.86-inch screen in 2022, most likely branded as an iPad Air, considering the current iPad Air matches that exact screen size. The company also said to be preparing 11-inch and 12.9-inch OLED iPads for 2023, which would predictably be the iPad Pro models. For the 2023 iPads, the company may also implement LTPO technology, which enables ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate, a feature currently exclusive to the iPad Pro. Now that last part is very important, of course, because that could mean that obviously for the iPhone we can now expect to have ProMotion as well, as soon as this technology obviously works on the iPad Pro with an OLED screen. Because I feel like the only thing that's holding the iPhone back from having a 120Hz display is the OLED screen that it currently has, although Samsung already figured it out. But I feel like for some reason Apple is still testing it internally, and I am definitely curious to see why. But for sure we are going to keep you up to date on any updates on today's stories, and if you want to read any of these stories in the full context and at your own pace, definitely go to the description down below. There will be a few links waiting for you there, and obviously I hope I have been of great service for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and for now obviously I hope you guys click on. Gentlemen, coffee? Handcuffs. Okay, where we're going? Haha, little kinky. Court. Gotcha.